Hello everyone, good morning again. I am coming with a new video, and today whole world, even our India also celebrating International Midwives Day 2020. Each year it is celebrated on 5th May. So to give a little bit contribution of mine as a midwife into this world, I made this video so that you can know about the history of midwives day and who bought this plan and who bought this celebration plan. And yeah, let's start with the video. Okay, so with this image, I would say midwives changing the world one family at a time. Yes, we have seen when a family or a lady, when she delivers a baby, it's not just a baby which is delivered by the herself or a family, it is by the help of a midwife. So in the image itself you can see a world of someone is created by midwives, and they do all come together in order to help a laboring woman, a antenatal woman or a postnatal woman, in order to get out of the complications which can occur. So I really like this image, like the 5th May International Midwives Day, which we celebrate. So the concept of this we will be talking about in next coming two slides. So each year since 1992, yeah, I'm repeating again, since 1992, ICM. What it is ICM, I will be coming in next slide and telling you. Leads a global recognition and celebration of the work of midwives on the 5th of May. So the recognition of midwives was not there before that, and though they are working a lot, but nobody appreciate them. So after 1992, or since 1992, International Confederation of Midwives, they came with a new plan, and they came to celebrate this day on 5th of every year, 5th May of every year, and with the main aim of some things like to celebrate the work of the midwives, also provide a recognition to the midwives whatever they are working. So each year, likewise in 2020 also, it come up with a campaign theme to motivate its member associations. So who are their member associations? The country wise, they are the association of this International Day of Midwives. So many of countries come in the collaboration, they work together in order to raise the awareness about the midwives. So these partners and stakeholders to raise awareness about the status of midwives and the essential care they provide to mothers and their newborn. So the main aim was that to create more and more awareness of about the midwives, and also the mothers and the newborn, they should be provided with the essential care. So not only the mothers who are coming into the hospitals or who are delivered in the hospital, midwives do work out of that area also. In a community we have seen the midwives are working a lot. Now, coming to the history of this International Day of Midwife which we celebrate, so their main aim was women supporting the women. So nowadays the male nurses are coming into our profession, that is a very good concept. So before that, the women itself is considered as a supporting another women. So even I think myself that we should always help a woman so that they get support. We should not make them to feel demoralized. Always moralize the women who is in labor or who is support the women to each other. Then only we can work together and help each and everyone. So International Day of the Midwife began in 1951, though it began so early, but we get the recognition by ICM only. So the main aim of them was to recognize the life-saving work performed by the midwives around the world and to bring more attention to the maternal and newborn health issues. We have seen our statistics shows that high mortality rate and morbidity rate was high before the millennium development goal, and then from year 2000 to 2015, when the millennium goal has been over, development goal MDGs are over, then we came up with a new thing, that is a sustainable development goals. So there was a key important area, that is to take care about the maternal and newborn health, which is a very important condition because they are the vulnerable group. So if we are not providing a good attention to the midwives, or if we are not supporting the midwives, might be they will fail to provide a good attention to the maternal and newborn health issue. So with that thing, they have bought this. It was made official until 1992, when it was launched formally by the International Confederation of Midwives. I was talking about ICM. So ICM is International Confederation of Midwives. After 1992 only they bought this International Day of Midwives celebration. Now, what is International Confederation of Midwives? If we talk about ICM, most of the platforms like Twitter, YouTube, they are providing their supporting materials, and they do conduct some webinars. And today also they are planning, they have planned one webinar which will be coming at around 1 o'clock, 1 p.m. according to Indian time. So please, all of you can log in, and there is a one Zoom site they are given, so that all can come together, listen to them, and then we can support each other in order to help the maternal and neonatal health. So ICM, the logo seems to be like this, and International Confederation of Midwives. So their main work was support, represent, and work to strengthen the professional association of midwives throughout the world, not only in one country. So the platform is providing a membership to all the countries who come together. There are some membership fee also which has to be paid by the country, and they come under the branch of International Confederation of Midwives. Now there was a one vision of creating this International Confederation of Midwives also, and the vision was a world where every childbearing woman has access to a midwife's care for herself and her newborn. So this was the main vision, that whenever any laboring mother is there, whenever a mother who is carrying a baby, she has to have access of midwife, so that she can care for herself as well as for the her newborn. So this is very important concept. This was the main vision. Everywhere the midwife should be available whenever any child bearing mother is coming to us. And then they were thinking about the mission also. So they have bought the mission is to strengthen midwives association and to advance the profession of midwifery globally by promoting autonomous midwives as the most appropriate caregiver for childbearing women in keeping birth normal, in order to enhance the reproductive health of a woman, their newborns, and their families. I know the mission is very big, seems to be, but their main aim was to strengthen the midwives association. So whatever midwives are working, they need to be supported, they need to be strengthened, that okay, they should be pat up like they are doing a very good job, and also they should be not only helping them to do a normal birthing, but also enhancing or also helping them to increase their reproductive health of a women as well as the newborn and their families. So midwife doesn't mean only to care about the childbirth, your laboring mother. No, she can help before that, from in the preconception period, then to the conception period, then to the antenatal period, then to the postnatal and delivery time period, and very important, during the reproductive health group also, she put up her own and all the knowledge in order to save the health of the newborn as well as the women in every age. Now the theme of ICM 2020 is So this is the very important thing that we should remember these themes, because in so many competitive exams or in so many interview, it used to ask like what is the International Midwives Day and when it is celebrated and what is the theme of this current year. So it is celebrated every year on 5th May, and the theme of this year is Midwives with Women. Celebrate, demonstrate, mobilize, unite. And our time is now. As you are seeing that worldwide is facing a pandemic situation, that is a COVID-19. So at this time period also, all this year, as WHO also strengthened that this year is a year of a midwives 2020. So this pandemic situation is telling us how the nurses, how the healthcare workers are working together continuously, irrespective of thinking that how the COVID can itself causing a harm to them. They are working for the clients, they are working for the patients. So I repeat, the ICM 2020 theme is Midwives with Women. Celebrate, demonstrate, mobilize, unite. Our time is now. So this is the theme which we need to remember. Now the take home message, I am going to wrap up this presentation now. So the take home message is: inform everyone with an interest in both justice and health that midwives are critical in lowering neonatal maternal mortality and morbidity. Very important. Whenever you are talking to a midwives, whenever you are coming in a contact with the midwives, even the stakeholders also, please have a gentle approach. And we need to think about this thing that these are the person, these are uh, the midwives who are the important, who plays an important role in lowering the neonatal mortality and morbidity rates, as well as for the maternal morbidity and mortality rates. So this is the one thing that after you go, after you meet, after this presentation, if you meet any of the midwives, please help them, please support them. Whatever work you are doing a very great job, and we should always come together in lowering the neonatal maternal mortality and morbidity rates. The second thing which I would say, that celebrate the achievements of midwives as well as their contribution to improving newborn, maternal, reproductive and sexual health outcome. We have seen so many times we do a lot of work but we don't celebrate. So what the celebration cause? Celebration cause enthusiasm which we are having. It flourished more, and we filled up with the encouragement. Okay, let's do the next task. So this thing which we need to remember, that celebrate each and every small achievements whatever you are doing. If you are saving a mother's life and the newborn life in a working area, then celebrate it and pat yourself. You don't require a recognition from others to say okay, you did a very good job. Inside also you should feel that yes, I did a great job, I saved the life of a mother as well as the baby. And even to the stakeholder, even to the private organization, I always say please appreciate the midwives work, as they are only and only requiring a encouragement. And the third thing which is very important, I would like you to take it, that motivate policymaker to implement change by recognizing the unique professional role of a midwife, as well as lobbying for adequate midwife resources. Yes, very important. The policymaker, the stakeholders, they are playing a very important role whenever they are creating some policies. So I always say, the motivate the policymaker to implement some of the changes, and in the recognition of the role of the midwives. They should be respectable, they should be called with the respect, and yes, the resources which should be required for them should be available at that time. So with this, I would like to wrap up my whole presentation, and very beautiful note has been given by International Confederation of Midwives. I have taken from their website. So the profession of midwifery intersects with so many other global causes. It's not just only one cause, they work together with other causes. We encourage women's organization of all shape, size and focuses to highlight the voice of midwife on their channel today. So this is very important, that from my channel, from my perspective, I am giving a good respect, I am giving a recognition, I am saluting all the midwives who are working hard for saving the life of the maternal as well as the newborn. So this is all what I have told in the presentation, and the very important things the Plato has said. The greatest privilege of a human life is to become a midwife to the awakening of the soul in others person. This was a very beautiful written by him. Even the WHO has given a recognition the world needs million more midwives and nurses. Then if there is a requirement, why should not we choose to be a midwives? And to make a more scope, to make it in a broader scope, we should help and strengthen the midwives who are existing. Then only we can have other midwives who can come together and work. Add your voice to those calling for more investment in the nurses and the midwives. So with this, I would thank you everyone to patiently listen my presentation, and I wish you all again a happy International Midwifery Day. Hope you like this video. If you do, please like, subscribe and comment. Thank you everyone.